Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. So I've been getting some requests to make more videos on nutrition, and one topic that keeps coming up that I wanted to share with you, especially as we're going into the holiday season and you may be getting a lot of information and misinformation around nutrition, is around the topic of the relationship between fruit and blood sugar. If I had a dime for every time I am in the clinic and I see a patient for the first time, or I'm in the holistic medical consultation with a new client and I hear the words, "Oh, I can't have fruit because I have diabetes." And if I had a dime for any time I'm somewhere in a marketplace somewhere in the world, whether it's Croatia or California or West Africa, and I hear, "I would love to have that mango or peach or insert fruit here, but I can't because I'm struggling with blood sugar issues," I would be a very rich woman, and I would rather not be a rich woman under those circumstances. So I wanted to talk about fruit today, and specifically fruit and blood sugar. The first thing I want to say is that as a board-certified internal medicine medical doctor, in my 13 years of clinical experience, I've yet to see fruit causing diabetes. And the medical literature, if you put any stock in that, backs that up. And I will leave down in the description down below some seminal articles that show fruit not only not causing diabetes, but also preventing diabetes. Now, some of you might be saying immediately, well, that is diabetes type 2, but what about diabetes type 1? For those of you who don't know, type 2 diabetes can also be known, or is also known as non-insulin dependent diabetes, and is the most common cause of adult onset diabetes. But there's another type of diabetes, diabetes type 1, or insulin dependent diabetes. And I will say that the medical literature that I'm aware of mostly focuses on type 2 diabetes. However, my clinical experience is that when you substitute fruit for processed food, people with type 1 diabetes do much better. And they are people who are thriving on a fruit-based, healthy, plant-based diet who have type 1 diabetes. And I will also link in the description down below one such person who has a great YouTube channel. So the other thing that might be coming up for you is, well, but fruit has sugar. And this is the usual fear around fruit, that fruit is sugar. And so how does that not cause diabetes, or how does that not worsen diabetes? And I wanted to share some really important differences between fruit and other types of sugar sources, especially processed sugar sources. So fruit is really special because whole, ripe, preferably organic fruit comes in a perfect package that is not just a sugar that we recognize and that we need in our body to power us energetically, but also it comes with phytonutrients, it comes with vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber. And that fiber slows the entry of the sugar into our system. And this is really important and differs from other sources of sugar. For example, candy, soda, bread, pasta, the list goes on, where the fiber, the natural fiber, is negligible. Also notice that I recommended eating fruit, eating whole fruit. So I'm not recommending that you start guzzling Tropicana juice every morning. Fruit juice that you find in the store is cooked and lacks the fiber. And for these two reasons, it's not something that I recommend in terms of taking in your fruit. One other thing that I often share with my patients who have diabetes or struggle with blood sugar issues is as they increase their fruit in their diet, which I recommend, that they also avoid eating too much fat, especially in the same meal. And that's because if you're eating fat, a lot of fat, that fat will prevent the uptake of natural sugar into the cell. And that sugar will build up in the bloodstream and cause an insulin spike. So I often recommend increasing the fruit, but watching the fat intake. I cannot over recommend whole natural fruit enough, and it is something that I use regularly in my clinical practice to help wean people off their diabetic medications and have healthier blood sugars. But I use it not just as a recommendation for diabetes, I use it for a plethora of health issues. Fruit, I really believe, is the food that our bodies as human beings were designed to eat. For all the nutrient benefits, for the water richness, for the electricity within it, it's a perfect food. I often recommend people to start substituting processed food and eat more whole fruit instead, as snacks, as meals. And over the years, I've seen time and time again people transform their well-being for the better with these changes. So I could go more into detail, but I want to leave it at that. And again, please check out the links down below for more information. And I hope that you're able to make a few of these changes, especially as you go into the holidays and you're sharing food and information with family, that you can share some of these things as well. So I hope you like this video. Please share it with somebody who you think could benefit from this, especially somebody that you know might be struggling with blood sugar abnormalities or diabetes. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe for more videos. Much love to you these holidays. Take care.